feel like I need to run to the house to see if it actually like.
Oh God, what if it didn't take? That would suck.
Yeah, I mean that's the
For anybody who's
concern.
watching part 13, not part 12, the game just crashed. Which is delightful.
Yeah, so we had to kind of give it a restart here. I'm gonna go back to the house and see if that saved or triggered, because I don't know if that was like the end of the sequence or not, you know?
Yeah, there could easily have been more. This game is so fucking cryptic, you know. There's not really an obvious start or end to anything.
Exactly.
Probably grab those health while you're here.
Yeah, we'll be alright.
I like how that laser started pointing at you even before the turret turned around.
Right.
A little bit of a glitch there.
So we did restart it, and we just kind of. I don't know. I'm just trying to run straight to it again just to see, because I think that could have easily not been the ending of that.
Sequence, how long are those sequences generally?
Usually not that long, so it could have been the end. Oh nope, the light's on.
Oh God damn it!
Yep, so that did not save.
It better not crash again.
Now you're in a real loop, dude.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try this again. Wait, that gets us 2 videos today, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess.
That's gonna put us at like 85.
I
wish we could have stayed at 69. This is a good number.
69 is a good number.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun, but, you know, never really stay there.
We'll have to get up to 669.
Right, but then again, it won't, you know. I think you have to actually I think you have to turn the record on to get the astronaut to actually show up.
Oh, okay.
Just like in real life.
Yeah. Every time I play Don't Fear the Reaper, an astronaut shows up in my house.
And then you become a child again.
Pretty cool stuff. Alright, let's go do the same thing we just did.
Let's try it again.
Yeah, it was stubby fucking legs.
She is slow.
I hate playing as children, because I hate children.
I think the one game that I think it might be actually it might work is that Five Nights at Freddy's game that they're doing, where it's, instead of sitting in a single room and just looking at the camera and having something pop out at you, it's like actually a whole game where you actually have to run around a place.
Oh, okay.
I do like this little octopus toy, though.
Yeah, it's a good octopus.
Let's see. There's the TV. I wonder
Get in the TV, dude. Oh,
yeah,
go check it out.
No, there isn't.
Maybe that's not like that.
Get in that TV, dude.
Get in the fucking TV.
Make all these on oil.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm down for that. Oh, somebody's watching. Hello, watcher.
Are they gone now?
No, how are they gone?
Well, I mean, we had.
Hello, Gorilla Warfare. How you doing?
Gorilla Warfare?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a good name.
Alright, hopefully the game doesn't
like
Warfare?
Like warfare?
It is spelled Hoarfare. Actually, if you pull it up and you click on the number, you can click on the number of viewers.
Yeah.
It'll show. You can actually click on like everyone that is in the chat. You can look at.
Oh, okay.
You can look at that stuff.
Alright.
Back in the telescope.
Okay. Alright, this is where it froze, so let's see. It's gonna do it again.
I guess looking into that telescope made us blind.
Maybe that's all it was. Well, the way I knew it was for
directly
sure,
at the sun.
the way I knew it was for sure frozen was that I was pressing the start button and hearing the menu
Cool.
Here we go.
That was the end of the sequence.
Okay.
Glitched out on us. Hey, what?
Oh, there's our ship, but we're on the ground.
Now, who are we?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're still the same character, but
But we were also in the ship, right?
Somebody hijacked our ship.
That means I'm the cause of everything.
Wait, she crashed here? She shot it down?
Wait, so we shot our own
She
ship
shot
down?
her own ship down? But how How can she do that? Shouldn't she be in the ship?
Yeah, how are we in two places at once?
Are we time traveling?
I mean, yeah. Oh, well, I mean, yes. That is when we go into the ship and we.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Areas, we are time traveling, actually.
Huh.
All right, so now let's restart cycle and go to that first
That's
area.
confusing.
Now let's explore, and now I think we should find the keys.
Are you sure that was the only one of those you had to do?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I did look that up, and there was only the one. Well, two, because then once we get all the key pieces.
Sure.
All right, so now let's. Okay, I think we should be good to actually be able to start finding, because remember there's the area with the like spear, right? And you make the platforms.
Yeah.
That's where it said that the key is supposed to show up, but I kept finding the data cube processor things there.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
God, this is weird.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't think that we shot our own.
Give up.
Our own thing.
Yeah, that was a twist I wasn't expecting.
Oh, welcome to AK all day. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, who was that?
What's up with everybody in chat?
No, I scared your people away. Sorry, dude.
God damn it, Alex.
I just wanted to be.
By Gorilla Warfare and Sad Girl.
They both left.
I mean, it says. So I don't even know
How this works? Technically, it says they're still viewing.
Really?
Yeah, it's sometimes the numbers on Twitch I think are like,
Maybe they like muted themselves from the chat, but are still like viewing it. I don't know.
Just because they're upset with me.
Yeah.
Fine, whatever.
judging you, joshing you. Somebody came back. Hi. Or is that just you? Well, because you have your phone on.
We got
so,
three. All our viewers are still here, but they don't want to talk to me. It kind of bums me out, but I understand. I wouldn't talk to me either.
Sometimes I wonder if some of the ones that come on and they never say anything in the chat are just bots. Honestly,
oh yeah.
Because I really feel. I mean, like, doesn't every platform have some?
What do the bots do on Twitch?
I don't know. Just sit there. Yeah.
You ever wonder if maybe we're a bot?
No.
Sometimes.
Do you? Do you question your reality to that degree?
Yeah, who knows, man? Maybe I'm just spamming somebody's chat right now. Yeah.
They're spamming my chat. No, I'm just kidding.
I could spam your chat. I'm trying to keep it reasonable right now.
Yeah, he's just asking about his dick.
Yeah, why is it so micro-penisy?
I like that you use that as an adjective. Like the way you...
So micro penis, that's pretty good.
Yeah, micro-penisy. That's a word.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. That's what I say. Like if I don't get enough hours a week, I'll just be like, why is my check so micro-penisy?
Alright. Entrance to area 2.
I really would like to make friends with the people in our chat, dude.
Yeah?
Just want to know what they're up to.
So Corbin popped in for like a second, but...
Yeah.
He has better things to do. What you got blame him for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just got married, actually, too.
Oh, yeah?
Did he? Oh,
Yeah,
good for
that's
him,
where
man.
I was at that wedding
Oh, nice.
last weekend.
Cool.
Good for him.
And then, what was it, Kim? Was been around with the other for a while.
Yeah, I don't know, though. There doesn't seem to be, like, a ton of, like... I feel like I don't have a lot of interesting things to talk about this week. Like, I don't know. Not a lot happened, I know.
Oh, what do you guys think of the impending oil crisis?
I like it.
Yeah, man.
Yay.
It's gonna be really good for the economy.
Well, the best thing you can do, is shut off your national oil production and then go pathetically beg OPEC to pump more oil for you.
It's a great idea. Not to mention the fact that, I mean, we're not doing so hot in terms of getting oil as a species because we use up so much of it. Fracking is kicking the can down the road.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully we'll have, something lined up as an alternative power source. In like 20 years, when we have no problem yet.
Yeah, they don't. This country doesn't really like solving problems.
It's true. We more like creating.
Did you look that up?
Yeah, I clicked on their profile and it says I'm kind of a bot. So I was like, okay.
Alright. Well, hey, bot, you should subscribe.
Yeah. If you have no other purpose in life but just hop from channel to channel, subscribe to ours.
Yeah.
Bad girl, are you real? And also, are you sad?
Are you really sad?
No, she's real. She doesn't want to talk either.
That's fair.
Oh well.
I don't want to talk to you
Yeah. I wouldn't hang out in our chat for too long.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. Lurking is good.
either. I do it all the time.
Yeah. Behind CVS.
Oh, okay, hold on, let's see. Let's see, this is supposed to be the room that it's in. This specific...
Ooh. I hope we get it.
You're just gonna get like.
Hold the scan, new item we've never... Yep, that's it, sun face fragment.
Yeah.
Cool, alright, you got the first one.
Now we just.
So,
5 more, yep.
So, like, a moon face is an idiot, right? Like, if you say somebody's moon faced, right? It's
Sure.
like dumb as shit. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
I always thought-
Yeah, I've never heard that term.
I would just from hearing it, I would have assumed it meant like they had like really bad acting or something.
Usually it just means you're dumb.
Okay.
But what does sun-faced mean?
I mean, in this game, it's just like a key, but I don't know if there's like a specific, like...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it means food. I definitely don't see that being smart, even though
Sun-face?
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound like a very smart thing to say, so...
Yeah, nothing's already there. So, in this next area, where is this key usually found?
I haven't looked yet. I
Okay.
figured I'd...
Search around, see if you can find it naturally.
Yeah, just beef ourselves up just a little bit so that we can make it through the upcoming area.
Right.
Yeah, the things are going to be slightly harder here.
You would think so.
So far, it's just weird expansion area looking thing.
Those things will fucking football tackle you through.
And his weird manta men.
Yeah, I did love
that
in
was...
the Aquaman movie. They gave Black Manta a homeless shot.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
I know you love that.
Oh, that was so good, dude.
Particularly,
I like those Scottish crabs.
Yeah.
That's all I can say is...
Soft-bellied sluts. Like, seriously, was that just like referencing SpongeBob with the Scottish accent? Because like that's a relatively famous
to be
fictional
like-
character that's a crab. Like what? Like
I don't know,
the
it's
only
a
fictional
good...
character I can think of that's a crab.
that's a good point.
That's a... Oh, no, there's that crab from Little Mermaid.
I thought
All
he was-
crabs are...
Was he a crab? I thought he was something else.
Oh, Sebastian?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sebastian's a crab.
Yeah.
He's the Jamaican one.
Yeah, they all crabs are either Scottish or Jamaican. No, he's a crab.
Somebody should make
Which ironically are the accents I switch between when I try to do a Jamaican accent.
You a crab?
Yeah, I'm a crab. I'm a crab person. I've been disguised.
You walk
Yeah, I'm
like crabs and
sorry.
talk like people.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I've been a crab this whole time. I lied to you about almost everything. I do really enjoy LaCroix water, though. That's true.
You're wrong, but I mean,
Nah, you know, whatever.
yeah.
Fine. I'll drown my sorrows.
In LaCroix.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like like a crab would actually drown in LaCroix.
Yeah. Why?
Because it's that fucking bad.
I don't know. I mean, it's got flavor to it.
Yeah, well, so does shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's got.
Yeah, shit is a very distinct and particular flavor.
Well,
Nothing tastes like shit except for LaCroix.
they're natural flavors, dude.
Yeah, shit is a natural flavor.
No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you guys have.
It's about as natural as it gets, man.
I don't know if you guys have drank.
It naturally
I
comes
don't
out
know
of my ass.
if you guys have really drank LaCroix before.
Have electrolytes?
I have.
Is it
I've
No,
tried
there's
it.
almost there's literally nothing in it. It's just sparkling water with it's
Drink tap water.
naturally acid. Well, the tap water don't sparkle. And I
Sparkler in it.
actually enjoyed the light flavoring in it. It's not bad.
The light flavoring of human waste.
It's not human waste. It's a light flavoring of guava or lemon or lime or whatever.
Yeah.
So get a lemon and squeeze it in your tap water.
It doesn't sparkle.
It doesn't need to.
I want it to. My body, my choice, Ulysses. I can put LaCroix in there. You can put LaCroix in there if I want to. I don't know.
I guess so, but I'm not. You can, but I'm going to judge you for it.
Fine.
I'm not going to come to your house and, pull the LaCroix bottle on your ass.
Well, it only comes in cans, so.
So it's even easier, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it'd be easier.
What, a can?
I mean, I don't know. Over a bottle, I mean, I guess. I don't know. Neither of those seems like it would go well. What if it broke part of the way, like, going in?
Well, that's why you
Yeah, I
can.
guess I don't.
But what if the can broke?
Do cans break?
Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe not. Maybe your ass isn't, like, strong enough to break a can, but, like...
I feel like if your ass is strong enough to break a can, I mean, you're probably alright shoving one up there anyway. I feel like you've had enough experience at this point.
I don't know, man. If a can breaks in your ass, like,
Yeah, like
what are you gonna do?
What is it, a grenade?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know about the pressure, man. Like, you just, like shake up a bottle of Coke and shove it up your butt. Like, what's gonna happen?
I think you'll have a fizzy butt.
I don't know. What if you put a bunch of Mentos in your butt and then shove a can up there?
Like a volcano in your ass?
Maybe, dude.
My middle school science project.
Call it Krakatoa.
Ass Krakatoa. There's another good. That's another good song name.
Oh, God.
That is good.
This room is busy.
Yeah. Oh.
It's okay though because the keys are permanent.
That's good.
That's good.
It would suck ass if you had to run through the whole city collecting every key if you lost when you died.
Yeah, no, that'd be some bullshit. Alright, so let's see. In the second world, the Crimson Waste should have a newly spawned tower. After activating an audio log, players will find a pool of hazardous water with lasers lining the rest of the room. Using the Promethean insulators, head down this path to find a teleporter on the other side of the water. Take this teleporter to the top of the tower, where a subspace fragment can be found. Alright.
Alex, did I ever tell you about the paleontological evidence they have of a bat that drowned in shit?
No.
Yeah, we have evidence that there was there's a particular bat fossil that was found in South America, right? And it was like inundated in like sloth shit.
Okay.
And they basically determined that the way the bat had died is it happens to be flying under a sloth at the very right moment when the sloth is taking a fat shit. And it caught the bat midair and squished it into the ground, and the bat was like to die.
Wow. That just seems
shitty way to die.
like such an unlikely scenario for us to get to come across. It's like when Randy Johnson hit that fucking dove with a baseball. It just exploded.
That was crazy, though.
Yeah, the bird was gone, dude. They couldn't even find any of it. Just feathers. Like, the bulk of the bird disappeared in a spray of red mist.
Hit by an artillery shell.
Yeah, well, Randy Johnson set, like, the record that year for fastest pitch. I think he could throw...
pigeon kill?
Well, he had the fastest pitch. I think he could pitch a ball like 110 miles an hour, so he just demolished that bird.
I mean, it did. It was actually like an artillery shell.
Yeah, the bird disappeared in a puff of feathers, and there wasn't any bird left.
There was no bird.
I feel bad for that bird.
Nah.
Going to his business one day and then just bam.
Yep, shouldn't have been flying in the stadium, man.
Apparently not.
Nope. That was a bad place for that bird to go.
Another interesting thing I learned recently is you know that chickens really like chili peppers?
Did not know that.
Yeah, if you give them chili peppers, they'll eat it up like it's candy.
If you give a chicken a chili pepper?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
like in my new version of if you give a mouse a cookie.
Yeah.
Apparently they don't process spicy foods in the same way that we do.
Okay.
So certain chemicals in them doesn't like, trigger the same response. So often it actually makes them feel good when you consume it.
Huh.
So they enjoy it.
Weird. What's that fruit you can eat that makes everything taste sweet?
It makes everything taste sweet?
Yeah.
Like everything else?
Yeah, everything else you eat. Like if you eat this fruit and
Is that
then...
what you've been eating before you drink LaCroix?
No. I like LaCroix on its own merits.
What merits?
It's got good flavors,
I don't think the
dude.
words merit and LaCroix should ever
I like the lemon. I like the lemon one a lot. This guava one's
the one
pretty
that was
good.
packaged in the crate near a lemon.
Well, then, yeah, well, the lemon rubbed off on it. I don't know. It's just...
I mean, it might have jizzed on it.
Yeah, well, you know, and I drink it, and it's fine.
I mean, if you're comfortable drinking lemon cum, I mean...
Yeah, I am, dude. What are you trying to, like, kink shame me?
Yes.
Why?
Because.
Because why?
Because.
You know, LaCroix is my fetish.
Is
it?
It is.
You put on like a gimp suit before every can?
It is now.
So you are shoving them up your ass.
It's naturally essenced, dude.
Naturally
With
happens.
Yeah, with ass, dude.
Yeah, fuck it. We're just trying to find these keys right now. I'm not even gonna...
There's too many of these fuckers.
We're gonna just move forward into area 2.
What is that weird blink? What is that weird blink light that's on your back?
I think that might have just been like because we had a kill streak or something.
Oh, okay.
It might have just been like an energy signature thing.
Ah, it's too bright.
And this is the same area as the like ice wasteland, right?
Oh, it's much nicer like this.
But because we time traveled,
Is this before or after?
I believe, yeah, and that's what's weird about it is I believe that the second set of levels are actually supposed to be
Before?
first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that this particular part of the planet did get better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm good with that.
As like the grime, the kind of like grime that shows up on the suit of the character changes, like depending on what level you're into.
Nice.
Like she will get like red dust and stuff, and
Yeah, I like that, you know, so many games actually put thought into that shit now. Oh, I remember those weird cube tentacle things.
it's the hentai.
Yep. Is that your fantasy, to be fucked by a bored cube that has tentacles?
Oh yeah, that I love shoving foreign cubes up my ass. It's basically my version of LaCroix.
How would you shove a cube up your ass? Like, I feel like it's a very uncomfortable shape.
You can stretch, I'm sure.
Can your asshole stretch to be like a square shape, though?
Yeah.
Alex, can you weigh in on this one?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I think you might be the expert on this, so...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Not that you are the expert, but that you dropped your...
What am I expert on?
Could you stretch your asshole into the shape of a cube and then shove a cube-shaped object up your ass and have it fit perfectly?
So sphincters are round.
Come on.
The physics of it. Nah, I mean, you can shove a cube up your ass. I'm not arguing against that.
What are these things? Specifically.
Up your butt?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, no problem.
It's a little big and
I'm asking for a
sharp
friend.
edges is a problem.
I mean, edges could be a problem. I'm not going to deny that. I'm just saying people have shoved, tetrahedrons up their ass as far as I know. So.
Is that what those dodecahedrons from like ancient Greek times were for?
Yeah, dude, they're for your butt. That's what, all the best shapes are for your butt. Hexagons.
That's another fucking song there.
That's a great sounding song. All the best shapes are for your butt.
It's like those toys that they get for kids with the triangle, the circle, and the square, but like...
Yeah, you gotta fit them in the little slots and that little...
It's just a bunch of butts that you're putting those in.
Yeah, always.
That's what it's like training you for.
Yeah. So that when you grow up, you'll know which butts are for triangles and which butts are for, like 20-sided die and...
What would you say that your butt affinity is? What goes up?
Shape-wise?
Yeah. Do you have like a perfect shape?
Like parallelograms or something? I don't know. Something exciting,
What about a diamond? Would that work?
Like what kind of diamond? Like a three-dimensional diamond or just like a square on its side?
Either.
No, I don't think I get down with diamonds, dude. Maybe like a pentagram.
Pentagram up your head.
Yeah.
What if it like summons a demon in there?
Shit, that's the point.
Yeah, you don't know. maybe my sphincter is portal to hell, dude.
Okay.
You don't know.
Somebody should make a new Hellraiser movie based on that idea.
I feel like the demons are getting the worst end of that deal.
Yeah, I don't know. That LaCroix makes me gassy.
So are you saying that you're responsible for all being hellish?
Yeah.
That's where all the sulfur's coming from.
Eat too much spicy food, and that's where the brimstone comes from.
Ooh. Yeah, well,
I could explain why demons are so angry all the time.
Yeah, they really just are constantly being shit on. Very, very literally.
yeah. I don't know how I'm supposed to have any self-respect as a servant of Satan when I live in a fucking ass. What do you think HR is like in hell?
Do you think there is one?
I feel like it is because it could probably make it even worse.
It's probably better than a blizzard.
Yeah. Oh, you hear Andrew Cuomo took a job as head of Blizzard? No, not really.
He's in charge of Bill Cosby's fleet.
Yep.
Oh my
And they'll
god.
probably hire Bill Cosby at this rate.
Oh my god, Bill Cosby, new head of Blizzard Entertainment.
I don't really like this game. Everyone's pants are sagging. And
God, what a hypocritical piece of shit, dude.
I'm a moral arbiter of society. That dude cracks me up. Yeah, he spent all his time lecturing people about how to be better people. He was like, always acted like he was like the conscience of the black community. It's like, you gotta try a little harder to be a good person. And to be like, nah, dude, like, you got women passed out, like just, I don't even want to go into too much detail.
No,
what
talking shit about
what Cosby was doing, but it was less than kosher. Yeah.
He just shouldn't have been talking shit about anybody.
I mean, he should have turned himself
Right.
in.
You guys better pull up your pants because I've been known to get pretty crazy when people's pants are down.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, maybe he was just doing that to protect them from him, huh? Well, the good thing to know is there are people caught with dime bags of weed in prison right now.
For 20 years.
And Bill Cosby is free. And that's what justice is all about.
Dude, it's such bullshit. I swear to God, if Harvey Weinstein gets out on like the similar technicality, because you know they're working on
Yep,
that.
they're thinking about it.
Yep. I will say the one thing I think I can say definitively in society is that we live in a racist country, but at the end of the day, we live in that classism even over racism.
Yeah.
Because if you're black and rich, you get away with some shit too.
Yep.
They still come to your defense. they're there for you.
Because once you got enough money, you're in the court.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
OJ, Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby. Once you got money, doesn't matter what color you are. When you don't have money, it matters.
Right. It affects poor people pretty damn severely. But if you're truly wealthy, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you have a lot.
It's kind of why I don't appreciate sometimes celebrities being the spokesperson for issues like that, because it's like, you don't know. like
There's no way
Like
they can.
LeBron James.
Yeah, like, or at least you're not experiencing any of that anymore. Well, you act like you're still a victim of those problems. Because LeBron James got racist-ass white cops doing literally everything for him for a paycheck. Like,
I mean, I will say that if you grew up under those circumstances.
yeah, right. That's what I was going to say. Some of the people.
I'm not saying you wouldn't still see it and notice it and have experienced it in your life. Hey, there's the second one.
Nice. But it is fun. Like, Meghan Markle is the one that drives me crazy. She'll talk about how, like, oppressed she is, and I was like, you are fucking royalty. Like you got fucking title, sponsorship deals. You've got a podcast you've done like 2 episodes of with your husband, and they still paid you up front millions of dollars and aren't forcing you to finish it. Like,
Yeah.
shit seems.
I'm sure people
seems
have
kind
said
of
not nice
kind of
things
privileged to
her,
me.
but, like,
Yeah.
I mean, the royal family does seem to actually be pretty racist. But
Oh, it is.
It is.
Absolutely. It
Yeah,
is.
of course it
There's
is.
no question about that. But she's still not experiencing the racism in the same way that a poor person does.
Oh,
Well, I'm just saying.
That's all.
Not
Not that she doesn't experience it at all, but like,
Yeah.
she has the money to sidestep it in
Right.
some sense,
Right.
You know?
And there are
Not completely.
And the truth is that there are very few principled people on Earth. There are even fewer principled racists on Earth. Money will buy you whatever you want from most racist people, I think.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you're a multi-millionaire of a different race and you're offering to pay...
There are sometimes issues with that, like you will have, an assemblage of racists get together to take down people from a race that they view as too successful.
Oh, yeah, that's
what the Tulsa
definitely
massacre
true.
is.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then that's also what happens to the Jews in Europe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Jews are a group who suffers from some unfortunate stereotypes.
Hey, at least now they have their own whipping boy, one of the South. 'Cause, 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 'cause
That's what I should say. That's what I'm going to start calling the Palestinian is the Jews.
It's how they treat them.
Yep.
So, it's not wrong. It's not inaccurate.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
How prestigious do you think the Taliban is now among like jihadist groups?
I worry that they could become the next like ISIS type thing. Like, I mean, they were around.
They've never really operated outside of Afghanistan, or at least their general Pashtun area. Yeah, but they really are like very tribalist and nationalist. Yeah,
helicopters.
And they're talking about working with China. So.
Drones and all that. Yeah.
Like now they have the ability to spread their influence outside of Afghanistan
Definitely
more
true.
than ever before. And
I would actually not be surprised if they invade Pakistan.
I can see it.
And try to take the northern areas because they don't have a lot of respect for the concept of borders either because they're a tribal people. They're Pashtuns that live in Pakistan too. Like.
All right, we got 2 of 6 keys.
It's not bad.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I'm thinking at least we could get
The third one.
Third one tonight.
Okay.
I could honestly maybe even get try and get the 4, 5, and 6 like off stream maybe.
Sure. We can try to catch the ending of it or something.
Yeah, maybe just for the sake of like expediting.
Yeah, this particular sequence is a little overkill as far as like what do people want to watch. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
It feels like a completionist sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's just that they lock the ending of the game behind it, so
I know,
that it's like
Yeah,
that's kind of an
that
unfortunate
is
decision
annoying.
in my book.
yeah. Like if it was just like if it was maybe just a smaller extra ending that wasn't so like.
If it was like an alternate ending, maybe, where like you understood what was going on,
Right.
The basic ending, but you fucking don't.
Right.
Have you, Sage, so I really just signed up for Twitch and I don't really know anything about it, but have you noticed this one girl that pops up on like the front page all the time?
No.
Where all she does is lick 2 mics.
What?
Her name is Moramp. What? Huh?
She's just licking microphones.
She's just licking microphones. It's like an ASMR thing. I don't know.
Amaranth?
Amaranth, yeah.
Should we lick microphones? No, I'm just kidding.
It's just, I don't know, simulate blowjobs. I don't know if anybody wants to see you fucking lick a mic, Sage. Or me.
Probably somebody who does.
I'm sure.
Yeah, you think.
I'm sure. I think so.
You know who wants to watch you lick a mic, dude? You remember? Abdi probably, but you remember in Dodgeball? When they're doing the car wash and there's only one guy paying Justin Long to keep on washing his truck, where he's like digging around in his belly button. Yeah.
Isn't that Amaranth chick like? I think she's really popular because she does a lot of let's say provocative things.
I don't know. I mean, I just joined Twitch, so I don't really know that much. I know they had a controversy over like hot tub streams and stuff like that at one point.
They did.
Part of that.
Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Was she the main person that was like?
I don't know enough about that to say, but like.
I just know she's licking microphones now. Which, I don't know. That seems. Sometimes, the way that they skate the rule, it's kind of like when China banned eating bananas on stream.
Yep.
Or just a video, it's just any video of someone of a chick eating a banana.
Yeah, at least, I mean, I don't know if China would be too concerned if you posted a video of a woman actually eating a banana. However, the way some of these women were eating those bananas was questionable. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very. That was the whole.
China's not really anti people eating bananas on the internet. They're anti people fucking deep throating bananas for like 5 RMB.
I do find it interesting the way things get banned in China.
Yeah.
Like, there's this show that's like some sort of I don't know, some weird drama thing set in like ancient times or whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
But like the one of the actors on that turned out to be like the Asian equivalent of a Nazi. Like he was going to that Japanese memorial.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he seemed to have like all these like weird like ethno-nationalist ideas about like Asians and like.
But he was Chinese.
Yeah, he's Chinese, but he seems to be really connected with.
Did he like
imperialism?
Did he like super buy into like the greater East Asia co-prosperity sphere?
Something like that. But
yeah.
Basically,
Japanese people sucked at naming shit back then.
Maybe it sounds better in Japanese.
Yeah.
But so this dude, like I said, basically from the Chinese perspective, he's the Asian equivalent of the Nazi.
Right.
So a lot of people are like, oh well, fuck him. You know, I don't want anything to do with him or anything he's been in.
Sure.
And then the government decided to step in, and there was a bunch of criticism of him in like the Chinese official media and whatnot. So then they canceled every show he's been in, including that one particular drama that had formerly been really popular.
Okay.
And it's just like a bit weird to me that we're canceling a show that had an actor in it for his just because of his political beliefs. He didn't make the show. He wasn't even the main character, I don't think.
Right. Like what about all the other people
weird.
who are now are having their work
right
ruined because of that? Like, yeah. No, that's ridiculous.
It's like if people don't want to watch it, that's one thing, but like.
Yeah.
What's the problem with banning things?
Well, it's the problem. Yeah, it's the problem with cancel culture. It's like some people think it's cancel culture to be like, I'm not going to buy that thing anymore because I don't like it.
Right.
And it's like, no, you're not obligated to buy some shit you don't like. You just shouldn't be going out there trying to destroy something so that the people who like it can't have it anymore.
Right.
Like,
that's the issue.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what?
It's just interesting that China goes a step beyond that, even from
and should have bad stuff.
Yeah, and it's a different system.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the Chinese don't really give a rat's ass if the show is like racist or something.
Right.
They do if it's anti-China.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and one of the things that we're learning now is that like the Constitution and the system of laws in the U.S. is decently effective at preventing censorship and violations of freedom of speech and shit like that. However, the solution that the people who want to censor things have taken to get around things is just to have private corporations do it. And if there's anything true in America, is you can't make a corporation do fucking anything. Like, corporations get to do whatever the fuck they want, and no one will hold them accountable. I don't think we've held the corporations accountable, like, realistically since, like, the 1910s. Like, this country has actually seriously held some corporations accountable.
Yeah, and I can't remember any recent incidents of that.
Well, I guess it was, like, in the 70s when they broke up Bell Telephone.
So once in the last.
Yeah. Those would be the trust busting era, and they broke up Bell Telephone, and I think that's it. I think that's the only times that we've ever actually cracked down on corporations with any type of seriousness before.
And we probably never will again.
Corporations are people too. They're better people. Corporations are the master race. Didn't we determine this last time?
Yeah. I think what we said.
Superheroes? Superhuman? Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't. They're people legally, but they also don't breed. So.
Yeah, they don't contribute to climate change at all.
Yeah.
The best thing you can do if you want to reduce your carbon footprint right now.
Become a corporation.
Stop breathing.
So here's a nice thing to do too. Is this pathway here?
Pretty cool.
Leads us.
Yeah, this is pretty dope.
Directly into World 3.
Huh.
Skips over World 2 altogether.
Nice. I think
it's like a golem.
I think the funniest memes I've seen come out of the whole Afghanistan situation has been people being like, they're like, Trump, who's to blame for Afghanistan, Trump or Biden? And then they're posting pictures of George Bush. He is getting away with almost no blame for this situation, as we're all in retrospect over like, whoa, who screwed this up? And it's like, can we have a conversation about like how we got there?
Is largely getting away with it at this point.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, Dick Cheney gets to come out and be like, I'm so disappointed in the Republican Party, and gets like fucking glowing reviews from the Democrats, like Dick Cheney, elder statesman of like.
I know, it's such fucking horseshit.
It's just like, dude, like you can't embrace Dick Cheney. It's one thing for the left to embrace George Bush, because I still am firmly of the belief that George Bush is a complete incompetent, and that it's not his fault that his administration was such a shit show. Other than the fact that it was definitely Dick Cheney's fault, like undoubtedly.
Then you get people like Rumsfeld.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's dead.
I mean, yeah, I'm glad Rumsfeld is dead. Karl Rove should probably go too.
Would be nice. Yeah, and those will all be people that are, going to end up Uncle Bear at some point, so you can suck their dicks on stage and tell them about how it was so noble of them to do this rap.
Just be like, we didn't know how right you were. We should have stayed.
We should have annexed Iraq and Afghanistan to the 51st and 52nd states.
Oh yeah, that would have really worked out.
Alright.
They'd get statehood ahead of fucking
Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's only just decided to seriously consider statehood. That's the one thing. Washington D.C.'s always kind of wanted to be a state. I do get kind of like irritated when people are like, oh, why can't Puerto Rico be a state? And it's like, well, Puerto Rico's voted against being a state a couple times now, so.
Yeah, it's not just that way.
Which, like, if I had a choice to vote and not pay federal taxes, I'd consider it. Like, it sucks though, because they can't, like, it's impossible for Puerto Rico to discharge its debt, which I think that was Joe Biden's idea. No, I'm dead serious. I think that was his idea.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be?
Oh God, drunk.
Well, it was.
Yeah, these are annoying.
So a huge chunk of Joe Biden's career was spent lobbying for banks and making sure that they could take advantage of their customers more, because almost every bank in America is headquartered in Delaware. So he's their home state senator.
Yeah.
He was pretty proud of the fact that so many corporations.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not a capitalist. Like, he was talking about raising taxes or whatever, and he's like, I'm not a capitalist. 50% of all corporations in America are headquartered in my home state of Delaware. And it's like, all right, man, fair point, but the reason they're all there is because your state doesn't have corporate taxes at all. So he's arguing for raising the corporate tax rate by claiming that he knows so much about corporate taxes because they don't charge them in Delaware. He's a low IQ individual. He's a low IQ.
Good alternative.
He's a low IQ individual, dude. I have
even before the dementia, he wasn't. Right.
But he's the reason you can't file for bankruptcy on your student loans.
Yeah.
Like, it was his idea. He introduced the bill. His name's on it.
He's the
reason credit card companies can charge like 28% interest.
Yep.
That's his idea. His name's on the bill.
Really a man of the people.
Yeah, I don't know. The fact that they were able to fool so many people into thinking he was a progressive is
the most progressive president since FDR.
Well, I mean, it's only because they had Trump as, competition. So
right, I mean, he did kind of make it easy for them to be
people were just in a blind
doesn't he look
rage.
progressive by comparison?
Well, and obvious. Yeah, I mean, well, Biden, when after the 2016 election, people said that Trump was the only candidate that could have beat Hillary, but Hillary was the only candidate that could have lost to Trump. Like it was such a unique set of circumstances. I almost feel like that's the same way as this election is. Trump is the only candidate that could have lost to Biden.
Yeah.
And
right.
And Biden might have been the only candidate that could have won against Trump because nobody had any idea. Like, everybody knew who he was, but nobody knew what he stood for.
Nope.
So they were just like, they could just project whatever they wanted onto him.
FDR.
You know? But he was FDR and super progressive to the left of the furthest left wing of the party. But he was also moderate Uncle Joe to the middle of the road people, and he was a neocon business focused president to the establishment Republicans that crossed over.
Mitch McConnell loves Joe Biden.
Yeah. But I mean, he was just everything to everybody because he spent so much time in the basement. He never had to really say any of his policy. Yeah, yeah.
You know,
and he could just contradict himself day by day, and apparently, just the people who wanted to hear the one thing would hear that, and not the opposite.
I mean, that's what politics is now. It's what people want in a candidate.
Trump was for them to lie to you.
Well, Trump was the same way in many ways. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, a lot of people just kind of ignored a good chunk of what he actually said.
Yep. Well, and one of the things that
fuck,
that sucks.
Damn.
One of the reasons Trump gets away with the fact that he changed positions on so many things is he hasn't really changed positions since he became a politician. But if you go back to like the 90s and early 2000s, he's pro-abortion, like pro-social safety net, all the Democrat policies. I mean, he was a Democrat.
Yeah. He was in the front row at Chelsea Clinton's wedding.
Yep.
That's who Donald Trump is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, in Trump, you can actually look at Trump's party affiliation, and he just changed which party he identified with depending on who was in the White House. I'm assuming, basically, he wanted to run for president for decades and was just waiting for his opportunity and would just change to whatever party the president wasn't so that he could possibly run against them next time.
Oh, yeah, he's a consummate opportunist.
Yep.
But people were so convinced that he had all these admirable convictions, that he was going to save America.
There were a couple things that Trump really, really did believe, and they were basically all economic. Like, he believed that this country was being ripped off. You can go, I mean, he said that shit since, like, the 70s. He used to bitch about Japan and shit like that. It was Japan before China. But as far as any of his red meat Republican Party positions, abortion, gun rights, anything like that, like, that's all just for him to get elected. The only things I think he truly believes is the shit he says about trade and about our allies ripping us off. I think those are probably the only things he really believes politically.
And then, you know, you have a general trend of politicians not really having any particular set of plans or ideas or, you know, any promises.
Crisis management skills. I haven't seen, you know, I don't know.
The closest thing
I don't know.
In a long time is build the wall.
What do you mean?
Like, that was the closest we had to an actual plan delivered.
Oh, yeah, like a presidential candidate pitched something and then actually did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of depressing, isn't it? Well, I guess Biden did pull out of Afghanistan. No, I mean, legitimately, that's a major choice to be made that he promised when he got elected.
He didn't have a plan.
No, that was definitely the issue. Yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking, you know, I always thought that Obama, I don't know if you'd say crisis management. Obama was always really good at talking to the country. when there was a major issue.
Yeah.
Like he could get the country, he could get the country to calm down.
Yeah.
And even in the most
certain parts of the country,
in the most serious moments, he could even get the Republicans to like chill for a second and listen to what he had to say if it was serious. But yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know, but but he also wasn't the best at managing crises. He's just good at like talking Americans through them, which seems like it's the same as managing a crisis now, because we've gone through 2 administrations now which can't manage a crisis or talk us through one.
They can't do anything.
No.
At least nothing beneficial. They're very good at certain things that benefit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I just like it was. I had already lowered my standards for what I expected out of a president so much for Trump. But like, if Trump wanted to do something, for the most part, he got it done. I didn't like most of the stuff that he did, but like, he could execute on stuff. But Biden has accomplished almost nothing, and everything that he has accomplished has been at least half failure.
Democrats are good at that, accomplishing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, like, but look at Bill Clinton, man. As much as I don't like Bill Clinton for all sorts of reasons. Like, I mean, he got a lot done at his administration. He left us with a budget surplus. Like, we had money in the bank when Bill Clinton left.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. A long time ago.
I know. We haven't had money in the bank since Bill Clinton left. Like, since 2000 was the last time we were in the black as a country. It's been 20 years since we had money.
Yep. But don't worry, we have plenty of debt.
Which isn't money. That's money from the future. That means we will also be broke in the future because we'll have to keep paying for that shit.
Well, you don't like paying for the president with the future?
No, not when it comes with interest. That's the craziest thing, man. We really do think that the Fed won't raise interest rates. We're gonna be so fucked if the Fed's like, all right, we gotta raise interest rates to like 3%.
Oh.
You know what 3% of $28 trillion is?
Well, it's
a lot of money. All right, you want to call it?
Yeah, I think I might just try and grind away and get the keys.
Just
for sure.
Back into the ending.
Yep.
Yeah, and then just kind of, just come back in for it. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I honestly think that might be.
Yeah.
This might just take too long otherwise.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think that might be what we have to do.
That's fine.
Just leave us off like right before the final boss fight.
Well, that's the thing is I can't.
He can't. It will respawn.
Can't shut the game off,
Yep.
or it restarts the whole cycle.
Yep.
So, the best I could really do would be to get all the keys, and then we could try and make our way through areas 4 through 6 and beat the boss.
Okay.
Sure, fair enough.
That would be easier than finding these damn keys.
Yep.
So I think we're gonna call it there then.
All right, sounds good.
All right, well.
Cool.
Thanks for hanging out with us, bots.
Yep, thank you, bots.
Thanks, bots.
Or not, if that turns out to be the case.
Yeah, right. If you were real.
Sad girl might be real.
Sad girl might be real. The other one is a bot, though.
That's what the profile
Well, he said
says.
he was a bot.
Yeah.
Do bots have profiles that say anything, though?
I clicked on their profile. No, well, it said, I'm a bot run by a crazy woman.
Okay.
So,
all right, well, I guess there you have it. Well,
interesting story there, I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, I follow RM for Maturity on Twitter. It'll give you an update before we actually get
we'll
started.
let you know when we're streaming. We'll give you an idea of what we're streaming. Maybe we'll do some polls or votes in the future on games you might want us to play or something.
Yeah.
We'll see what.
That seems like a good idea. Yeah. So I say if you have any fun, come back, have some more.
All right.